Don't hit anything, don't hit anything, don't hit anything. Look at that. I'm the world best backward. Oh. Anyone else remember NASCAR 15? Yeah, neither do I. But today we are going to do a race in NASCAR 15. Frankly, because the plate racing in this game is so incredibly crazy and wild with 3 and 4 wide, 10 rows deep packs, huge crashes, all sorts of crazy nonsense happening that I just felt it was time to do yet another race at Daytona in NASCAR 15. As you can see, I'm driving a car that I've never driven before in this game. The Dogecoin car, the number 98 for Phil Parsons Racing. Josh Wise drove this car, and of course, for extra memey goodness, this is technically the official car of NASCAR on Reddit. Okay, let's get to racing here at Daytona in NASCAR 15. Alright, NASCAR 15 Daytona, ready to go racing. If you guys are used to NASCAR Heat, NASCAR Heat 2, this is going to be a little bit different experience for you. 43 cars instead of 40. And there's going to be a lot of different teams and paint schemes and drivers that you're not going to recognize or remember in this race. But one thing remains the same between the two games is that you can overtake before the start-finish line. But that was the thing I needed to do, because if you end up on the back of the pack off the start of these plate races, generally you go straight to the back and fall off of the draft, and it's no fun. So here we go, making up some big moves down the inside of Ty Dillon. And in behind, Bobby Labonte, Jeb Burton up top, and J.J. Yaley in the second BK car. Yes, there were 2 BK cars back in these days behind me. So down to the inside, making a big, huge move, way too huge.
Keep it there.
Well, never mind. I thought, oh, no, that was bad, very, very bad. I was like, oh, Leroy Jenkinson in there, and that was not a good choice. However, the rest of the field pretty much stayed together there. I think just one guy got screwed over by that. And I believe it was Chase Elliott. So, rip Chase, I'm so sorry. But hopefully we'll be able to get back up into the pack here, since Michael Annette's playing fairly nice with me right now. And as long as Stenhouse plays nice, we should be good. As we go underneath Stenhouse, Annette the Threat giving me a shove up the pack, but we're going to need a little bit of more help to get up to the back of the field. As things stand right now, though, there are some cars that look like they're starting to fall off. And we are able to tandem with Michael Annette the Threat, so that's going to help us get back up into this pack. Tandeming is a thing in this game for some reason. And here comes Ricky Stenhouse by himself on the bottom. Not sure how that manages to work. Just not quite able to get to the back. Well, looks like we're going to catch J.J. Yaley here in the Dr. Peppa car. And I might let, you know, I'm going to let McDowell around, or not McDowell, Annette. Annette the Threat, David. You know who that is. And so here we go. Let's see if we can form up a line here and get a moving. Or just wreck Stenhouse. Well, that's one way to pack the field back up. Yeah, that's another thing about this game. Bump drafting in the corners. Does not work. Bad idea. Don't do it. Okay, take 2. Let's go back to racing here as we are about to start lap 5. Danica Patrick is leading the race right now, or at least according to the ticker she is. Not sure if that's actually going to be the case once we go back to racing. No, it's Logano, so Danica must have come into the pits, but we're back to racing regardless, and giving McFlurry a bit of a shove here up through the field, breaking up into the top 20 for the first time, so that's a good thing. And already up into 3rd gear, now looking behind Junebug, Dale Jr., and able to follow him in front of Vickers. And continuing to bump draft in the corners, because why not? But since we're coming up to speed, I guess it didn't immediately spin out Dale Jr. So here we go. Down the back straightaway, underneath the 3 chicken tender cars along with McFlurry. I don't know how McFlurry goes with chicken tenders, but we'll find out. As Danica Patrick goes back into the race lead, so she lost it just for a brief second. Now she's lost it again to Ryan Newman, so forget what I just said. But look at this run down on the bottom, underneath Kevin Harvick. He's got nowhere to go. He's in the old sucker hole. And now underneath Dale Earnhardt Jr. down through the tri-oval, 3 wide through the tri-oval with Denny Hamlin on the outside. And to the inside. We're going to go to the front. Why not? If we can. Got Mears, Earnhardt. Just catching the apron just a little bit there. Danica down through the middle. So unfortunate for her. And to the inside of Casey Mears. Big draft off of Austin Dillon. Gonna try to get to the inside of all 3 of them here. Or all 3 of them. 2 of them in the front pack, and to the lead we go. So how long can we hold it on? Hold on to the lead. That's going to be the question. You can see the angry horde of cars, pretty much 42 of them all behind. I think there's 1 car that's fallen off the back of the field once again, as usually happens in this game. 1 or 2 will start to fall off. But as we're blocking, the field is just going to get more packed up. So if we're going to block like this, we've got to hold on to the lead. As Snoop Doge is looking on. Much draft, very vroom indeed, Snoop Doge. So can we hold on right now? We got a 3-lane draft behind us. As Danica's going for it, but we hold it off. Hold her off. Whatever. Here we go. In behind Austin Dillon, or Dillon coming up behind me. It's definitely a pain in the butt that both the Dillons are running the Cheerios car, because that's just going to make me struggle with this all race long. But 3 by 3 by 3 all the way through the field. What else could you expect from NASCAR 15? We've got a long way to go on the field, though. We probably only will need to make, if this race goes green for a long, extended period of time. Ooh, that was close. That was really close. Only probably going to need to make 1 pit stop for this race. But look at this. Danica Patrick back to the front. And the blocking is getting a bit tough with Austin Dillon. So, well, try not to wash up the track too much. Ryan Newman looking to the inside, can't pull off the move. And here comes Kurt Busch to the outside. Will block Vickers, and it almost caused a wreck. So that was not the wisest decision I've ever made in my whole life. 3 cars down to the inside. Casey Mears to the outside. Brian Vickers making a move up behind. And now I'm going to get the run up behind Kurt Busch. Move in front of Casey Mears. 202 miles an hour. Dive it to the inside of Kurt Busch. Use 205 miles an hour to my advantage. Break up the pack. Austin Dillon's trying to follow me through. He can't quite do it. We'll pass Danica Patrick into turn 1 and take the lead back. And the field actually got split up a little bit by me doing that, but that may just make the pack even more angry by the time they all close back up together. We're going to try to, well, I couldn't block Danica, and Danica's going to go back through, but she has no help because Newman decided to dump her. And out of the outside goes, wow, Harvick with a big head of steam right there. And he'll actually take the lead away from Danica. And so that was unexpected. But I've got a huge run on Harvick there. We actually run into him a little bit, so that wasn't the smartest decision either. And block the Caterpillar car, the cat little loader car.
We're on the high side.
Just trying to hold him off right now. Can't quite do it. Here comes Carl Edwards down to the inside. There's a driver that's not associated with that car anymore. Again, just the pack is just...
Got a car closing on your outside.
Whoa, very aggravated. Oh, look at this. Down to the inside goes Carl Edwards. He should have that position, but we're going to door him. Going to side draft. Side drafting him. Actually side drafting him so much that we've actually shoved him out of line just a little bit and pinch him down low. Trevor Bayne sneaking in there. They're 4 wide for a second behind me. Oh, that is not going to work, fellas. That is not going to work. There's a spark off of the apron looking at this crazy pack behind me. Going to do some mirror driving right now. Look at Carl Edwards down the inside. Going to block up into Trevor Bayne. Almost caused a wreck. Oh, no.
Yellow flag.
Don't hit anything. Look at that. I'm the world's best backward. Oh. I was going to say I was the world's best backwards driver. I got up into Trevor Bayne. That almost turned him in front of the field. Then I got turned down to the inside by Carl Edwards. Really, I turned myself. Let's be honest. Then I thought I was the world's best backwards driver, and then I hit the Kyle Busch wall. This may be a bit of a big mistake, but I stayed out. No damage to the car. I'm going to try to one-stop this race. So, at the moment, I don't have enough fuel to make it. Or wouldn't have enough fuel if I pitted to make it to the end of the race. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try a one-stop strategy to get to the end of this one. as we rev the absolute crap out of the car, coming up through the gears. I'm going to take 4th gear here in just a second as Ty Dillon looking to the outside of Jimmy the Juggernaut Johnson. And we're going to go 3 wide, the Chicken Tenders car. Whoa, a little bit of contact with Juggernaut and Chicken Tenders. And everybody's kind of coming together here as we're coming up to the back straightaway. T-Bane just in front of me. We've got Denny Hamlin behind me. Chase Elliott looking for the lead, and now Denny moves up and behind Trevor Bayne. Needs some help from behind, gonna get it from Carl Edwards. Oh, a little bit of a door on Trevor Bayne. A little more of a door. Oh, Chase Elliott, what you doing, son? And Brian Vickers. Ah, it was Vickers. Can we move to the outside of Brian Vickers? I think we can. Gonna give him a little bit of side draft. Gonna try to get around him. Can't quite clear. Well, we're gonna clear him before the line. We're gonna lead the lap. Barely.
That's not cool.
Yeah, you're right. Now here we got. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're in the old sucker hole. Well, we got F1 hater Regan Smith in behind me. Can't quite get anything going here. We're going to focus on the experts because there's no Smithfield on the car. Oh, contact. 4 wide. Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Somehow 4 wide managed to work at Daytona for like half a second, but it worked. So fine, whatever. Probably going to have to pit in about 2 laps, so that's going to make things a bit strange. If I can stay at the front of this pack. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was really close. That was a bit of a bad decision right there, if I may say so myself. If I can hang on to the front of this pack, once I come out of the pits, I should be able to come right back in the lead. Look at that! Oh my gosh! Look at that move through the middle. I don't know how I pulled that off. Oh, almost got turned off Almirola there.
Right's all clear, bud.
So I'm leading right now, but I may have to pit at the end of this lap. Might be able to make it around one more time. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. If I make it around one more time, we'll be right at the halfway mark, and that'll be perfect.
Coming on the high side.
I got to be careful. Ah, Edwards makes the move. Pulls around. He's got nowhere. He's got no help, though. How's he doing that? Well, now he's got help. Oh, almost got turned by Menard. A lot of bright orange cars up here, along with the Doge. Oh, Menard got there. Menard got there. Oh, no. Saved it. Well, I guess I've made my choice. Well, that made my choice for me very easily. If we're going to spin into the pit lane anyway, might as well take 2 tires and fuel. Not going to go with the full service stop. Going to try to get out ahead of the rest of the pack, at least for a couple laps. Not sure how long it's going to take them to actually get around, but boy, oh boy, that's a slow stop. The estimation was 8 seconds.
Way to go, boys. Nice pit.
Okay, go get him.
I feel like it was much longer than that, but regardless, we're back and rolling. And here comes the field. So I'm going to have to pretty much page them to hold them off, I suspect. We'll see. We're just gonna move up the track just a little bit. Hi, Carl Edwards. Hi, Carl Edwards. How are you doing?
Do you want to push?
Yes, I do want to push. That's what I'm trying to do.
Big shove coming.
That's why I jumped out in front. Look at that. So now I get to be in the pack, even though I'm a lap down. Once they start coming into the pits, I should be. Whoa, it should be good. Now I just gotta stay with the pack and don't crash, David. Don't crash. That's the one thing you can't do. Here comes Waltrip into the pits. Oh, Mikey's coming into the pits. Got another car in the, coming out of the pits, or this is coming around to lap somebody. No, that's coming out of the pits. Oh, it's almost 3 wide down there, but I've got to go for it. I've got to stay up front. We'll give Michael McDowell a little bit of a shove up through the pack as best I can. Try not to shove him too much into the corners, though. So down the back straight, we got Vickers right out in front. Vickers is going to be the first car we pass, and we're going to blow by him. In fact, that's going to slow up most of the field, actually give me my lap back legitimately.
Let him by. Be smart here.
No, I'm not going to let him by. We're not going to be smart. It would not be a NASCAR 15 video if I was smart. That is not how this goes. And now into the pits go a few more cars. In fact, a lot of the field actually peeled off that time. Jeff Gordon now working up behind me. As Gordon moving up, and I can't go. There's nowhere to go.
Looking outside.
Nowhere to go. But now Kurt Busch works in behind me. So we should be able to pass out Mikey here real quick. Yeah, bye Mikey. Nice knowing you. Paul Menard still hasn't pitted yet. Surprised he didn't come in when we both got shoved down there, but Paul Menard is running a bad strategy right now. While Regan Smith looking to the inside as well. Can't quite get there either. So we'll just hold this area of the track down right now. There's Kurt Busch looking to the outside. He's going to pull around. Regan Smith has actually set the fastest lap of the race, which is kind of interesting. More cars coming out of the pits, so traffic going to be a bit of a factor here. We pull around Kurt Busch, Ty Dillon, Trevor Bayne,
Come on, man. Keep that momentum.
Chase Elliott, Cole Whitt, all get passed by me. And we're just kind of helping Regan Smith right now in the front of the pack. And here comes Annette the Threat, who's going to be coming into the lead right now. So Michael Annette the Threat leads from Regan Smith and J.J. Yaley. Remember what I said about this not being the most accurate simulation of NASCAR in the entire world. But Matt Kenseth is up here, so I guess that's okay. No cars peeling off into the pits this time, but the pack is definitely split up quite a bit. There's about 3 or 4 different packs. And they're trying to hold off 2 lanes of traffic, and that was too close for comfort right there. That almost was a very bad thing. But with about 12 laps to go, I don't know if we're going to be able to make it to the end on fuel. May be a bit of a stretch, and yeah, we go a lap down, but it's not really going to matter as cars are going to be coming into the pits this time around. So Annette the Threat is going to be trying to come down pit lane, but I'm down to the inside, so Michael Annette the Threat, you better not cause me any trouble. How many cars are going to come in? Just one. It was the 95 of Old McDowell had a farm. And now Gilliland looking to the outside. I'm going to block him very nicely.
Got one behind you.
We've got 3 by 3 by 3 behind me.
Gotta just be smooth, calm.
Kyle Larson looking. Can't do anything with it though.
Car tucked in behind you.
Now Larson looks to the outside. Is he going to be able to get it done? No, he's not. Here comes
Watch your rear.
A.J. Allmendinger behind, and everybody still looking. Dive in front of him. Block 2 lanes of traffic. This is what we got to do. It's what we got to do.
With you.
Maybe coming up to 10 laps to go and about half a fuel tank. So I don't know
On your bumper.
if that's really going to cut the mustard or not. Look at that blocking by me. Crossing the line.
He's still on you.
10 to go.
Car right behind you.
Half a tank of fuel. More cars coming out of the pits right here. This should be McDowell probably.
Car in line with you.
And indeed it is in 34th place. Dive in front of
He's still on you.
Allmendinger once again. Danica Patrick moving up into this fight. Jeff Gordon back there. Holding them all at bay right now. There's a ton of cars in the pits behind. They must have come off the track in one of the secondary packs because it doesn't really look like this pack really lost much ground at all. And here comes some more stops. So this is going to be interesting because we may end up losing the draft once everybody peels off. Oh, now it's 10 to go. Oh, good Lord. I'm definitely probably not going to be able to make it to the end of the race. It's going to be a question of whether or not the AI can do it. That's going to be a big question. As we come around Jeb Burton, Michael Waltrip again in the pits, so he's pitted twice in the last couple of laps, which I'm not sure how that strategy works out. Jeff Gordon is just absolutely going at it after me right now. He's trying to get back into the lead, or at least lead the pack. He's leading the pack right now. He's trying to lap me, I should say. That would be a more accurate statement.
Right behind you.
As I scrape the bottom of the car on the apron there. And these guys should probably be peeling off this time around. Indeed they do. Kurt Busch stays out, as does Matt Kenseth. More cars coming out of the pits.
9 to go.
He's got 9 laps to go, and a car out on the track as Casey Mears, and he's going to cause trouble for Kurt Busch. Surprised that didn't bring out the yellow. It kind of surprises me a little bit. But I guess since he didn't spin, we're all good in the hood right now as we go around Regan Smith and actually go out into the lead of this pack, but at the same time it's not really going to help me all that much because we're all by ourselves, which is not the most nice thing in the world. Hopefully Kenseth comes into the pits this time around 188 miles an hour is not a very good speed for this sort of a track. But we got a lot of cars coming out of the pits right here. As we got 8 laps to go.
Keep rolling.
And it almost seems like everybody's going to be able to make it except for me. Coming to the end of this one. So I'm driving around the outside of several cars. And moving up.
Clear on the left.
Not quite into the lead. As Boyer and Gilliland still getting up to speed, but I'll pass them. And so now just Kurt Busch and Matt Kenseth to go before I pass them. And we're definitely going to have to make another stop, so that is not good. That is going to screw me over unless these guys have to pit again. Not sure, honestly.
7 to go.
7 laps is an awfully long way to go in NASCAR 15, the way the fuel mileage tends to work as Matt Kenseth is coming out of the pits right now.
Clear.
But we're going to drive around the outside of him and be okay right now.
Car tucked in behind you.
So Boyer
Still behind you.
is behind us. Gilliland is 3rd.
Still with you.
Kenseth is now 4th. I guess right now the key will be getting as much of a gap as possible in the back of the field. But we're going to fall behind them anyway. I guess the only thing that could really help right now is the caution coming out. I don't know how likely that is. Generally, I don't see the AI crash themselves at a track like this. A lot of times you have to rely on
Okay, behind you.
yourself causing a crash, I guess, to say the least. And here we go, around the outside of Brian Vickers, who's way back in the pack. Now, the amount of cars that are coming into the pits makes me think that, yes, they will have to pit again. But who knows? That's the question.
Still behind you.
And it's one I don't have an answer to. As to the outside, making a little bit of contact with Clint Boyer right there.
Are in line with you.
Well, we're going to probably have to come into the pits next time around. I don't think I'll be able to stretch it. Oh,
Keep an eye on that fuel, buddy.
Clint Boyer
You won't run on fumes. Do when you have to.
almost dove to the inside.
Car tucked
So I
in
guess it
behind
wouldn't
you.
have mattered if I'd stretched the fuel an extra lap
5 to go.
the last time, because it wouldn't
We
have
wanna pit
mattered
this lap.
anyway.
We need our car to be right. 10-4.
So no tires are going to be taken on this one. It's just going to be fuel only, and just enough fuel to get to the end. The splash will be what the only thing I need, I should say.
Car right behind you.
So I continue to lead this thing, not entirely confident about whether or not I'll be able to finish this thing in the lead. Gonna need a lot of help from strategy. We've got 4 laps to go, or 5 laps to go. So who knows? As Clint Boyer makes his move down and will take the lead as I bring the car off of the track and into the pit lane. Alright, splash and dash. Fingers crossed something happens here in the next couple laps. Hopefully some people can't come in, but I'm not sure that's going to happen.
It's all up to you now, buddy.
Okay, it's time to push that pace now, buddy. Stay focused. We can do this.
Alright, we need this.
Keep the momentum. Let's go.
I don't know. Is anybody going to come off in the pits as we come back to up to speed? Oops, nobody out of the lead group. Nobody out of the back group. Nobody anywhere is coming into the pits. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This may be not a good thing. But I know what will happen, and since Clint Boyer is leading, I don't feel bad about doing this. Oh no! What happened? Have I gotten an itchy arm?
Car up top.
Look out!
Back.
Oh no, Paul Menard gets into me.
All right, looks like a green-white checker.
What a
This is gonna be
terrible
free for all, man.
tragedy.
Be ready.
Well, how did that happen? Just come out of nowhere and RKO poor Paul Menard. And we'll get a green-white checker. Alright, here we go. 2 laps to settle it. Got some cars behind us, so we won't lose. I shouldn't say won't lose the draft.
Hold on now.
Probably
Hold
won't
on.
lose the draft
Hold
on the restart.
To the green. The leader is 6 seconds ahead.
Unless we don't get a very good acceleration. As everybody's coming back to the green.
Got one behind you.
Get a run, run. I get a run.
R1 back.
Okay, can we make up 37 or 36 positions in 1-2 laps? Well, that was a good start right there, getting underneath Chase Elliott is what I needed to do. It's just going to be about not having my momentum stall out at all during this run right here.
Car up top.
We got to
just looking.
use
You don't need to
Brian
block.
Vickers
You
to
know
give me
the
a little
drive
bit of a shove there. Get him behind Blaney
Car in front,
and
heading to
use
the pit.
the momentum. No, there's probably going to be a slow up top or a slow up down low, I guess,
Watch
that
your
time.
outside.
That's interesting.
Car outside.
Kind of
Trying to get to your corner.
surprised to see a slowdown down low, but I guess it's because there's a car that tried to get into the pit lane for some reason.
All
All right, white flag is out. They're way up. There's cars scraping the wall up top.
We've been here before, buddy. Come on.
But a
let's pick
really
up.
good run. Off into turn 1. Still nowhere to go with it. There's a car in the old sucker hole. It's Casey Kane.
Stay on the bottom.
Still nowhere to go. I just don't have anybody behind me giving me a
Keep
shove.
a good pace. You're doing great.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I itchy armed for nothing.
Driver in first. 2 seconds
I itchy
ahead.
armed for nothing. Oh, they're gonna go. They're gonna pull away.
Coming on the high side.
There's nothing I can do except for block Michael Waltrip into the wall. Oh no, Mikey! So we restarted 37th, and we're gonna come home 36th because Tony Stewart decided to
Flag.
Michael in that one.
Let's put this one behind us
Michael
and
in
think
that
about the next
one.
race.
Oh no. Well, that was an unexpected result. Michael Annett from Matt Kenseth and Clint Boyer in the top of the field. Let's see where your favorite driver is as we go down through the rest of the field. It was a typical day for the Dogecoin car in 36th place, but we did lead some laps, 7 to be exact. Cole Whitt, who is usually the plate race master in this game, was nowhere to be found. So a fairly interesting race. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the return of NASCAR 15, be sure to hit the like button down below. I've got another NASCAR 15 video planned for the end of the month. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know again down in the comments what you thought of it, and subscribe for more NASCAR and motorsports content. This has been David Land on YouTube, and we'll see you in the next video.